Shakalaka. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we're live with another video, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, we have absolutely busted open this Premier League title race with just our consistency. Our consistency has led to us now having a situation where we beat Liverpool, we can go 8 points clear at the top of the Premier League table. And what a day we have just had. Shout out to everyone in the comment section. Shout out to everybody watching live. Shout out to anybody watching on the playback. We are here and we're not going nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. We got Deo in the building. Deo, how you feeling, man? How you feeling? Manchester City just dropped points. Let me run it through. Let me run by you what happened today, right? Listen to this. Tottenham lost 3-2 to Bournemouth from a Semenyo goal in the 95th minute. The same Semenyo who could have been playing for Manchester City, but instead was playing against Tottenham for Bournemouth one last time to help them secure 3 points at home, right? Aston Villa drew to Crystal Palace, a team that is supposed to also be in this title race. Chelsea lost to Fulham, and Cucurella got sent off, and he will now miss the Arsenal tie in the League Cup also. So that's another thing that will favor Arsenal. Man City dropped points to Brighton, which we're going to speak about. And Manchester United also dropped points. What a lovely couple. This is a lovely, lovely couple weeks for Arsenal, especially with Man City, which we're going to speak about. And if we go and beat Liverpool tomorrow, which I expect us to do, not only are we going to have so much confidence to go on to win this Premier League, we could potentially kill the resolve and destroy this title race. I think it's our Premier League to win, and Man City, big bag sharks, are looking like plankton, and Robbie was right. But yeah, take it away, bro. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Again, for me, I watch these other. I'll be honest with you. When I watch Arsenal games, I watch Arsenal games with a little bit of bias. But when I watch these other games, I watch to see how the teams are performing. Genuinely, I want to look at them, and then I also want to look at their stats and be like, all right, this is how they're performing. This is how they can catch us, and this is how they can hurt us. I know what we're capable of doing. We're capable of being consistent. Arsenal is capable of being consistent. That I know. And consistency has been the thing this season. 20 games, 2 losses so far. That tells you that there is a level of consistency in that with Arsenal, with us. So yeah, today the thing that I saw, that I've seen in the last 3 games for City, is they have just not been clinical, and that's the problem with depending on one person scoring, right? Because when that person has an off game, he's not going to score in all 38 games in a season. He's going to have 5, 6, 7 games where he probably doesn't put the ball in the back of the net, right? And if those 7 games come back to back like this, it really messes with self-confidence, and mentality as well. So yeah, man, it's ours to lose now if we choose to throw it away. I think I'm more confident than anything that tomorrow we go in to beat Liverpool. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get a 2-0 win. I don't want them to get a goal. I want Raya to have his clean sheet. I don't know why. Because I feel like he's done enough for us so far this season, and there's still more to be done. But he's done enough to keep us in this title race. That guy deserves his clean sheet tomorrow. I think if we can just go in there with the resolve to win that game, 2-0, 1-0, 2-0, whatever it is, and just walk away with 3 points, that will keep us 8 points clear. 8 points clear is good. It's a good cushion. But by the time we're done with the FA Cup and we come back again into the league, I expect that because I think between now and the end of the league, our only major away game is against Man City. We've gone to all the tough games away already. All the tough. We've been to Chelsea. We've been to United. Yeah, we've been to all those games. So yeah, man, it's looking good. And again, if somehow Aston Villa is in this race till the very end, Villa and City play on the last day of the league, May 24th.
Forget about that.
No, I'm even saying. I'm saying. One
second. Forget that. Daniel, don't let me
understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying to be close to us.
Let me go back to this game. Let me go back to this game, and specifically, let me go back to the last 3 results. Manchester City. It's the draws that kill you.
That's what happened
to us. Draws that kill you. You told me, mentality monsters, you're gonna shake us down. You couldn't kill off Sunderland. You couldn't kill off Brighton. And now, this is who you're going to be facing in the next couple of games? You're gonna have Newcastle in the cup and Manchester United. Don't forget, you're gonna have Tottenham, your bogey team. Bro, these guys, they don't have it. They don't have it. This year, they don't have it. And you know what that is? That's that X factor, that game changer, that extra bit of quality needed to win the game by any means necessary. They just don't have it.
They
Where
they,
in the
they, they
past,
they don't have multiple ways of
you would
scoring
watch
at
Man
the moment.
City and they would seem inevitable. They don't seem inevitable anymore. They don't seem like the team that looks like they're gonna just find a way to win. They
The,
don't have enough
the
solutions
thing
on the
the thing
pitch.
with the thing with Man City is if you watch them right, you're waiting for Haaland to score, and if Haaland doesn't score, then you're waiting for maybe Foden or Shirky or somebody to do something amazing. Like it becomes a thing like that. But the difference with us with Arsenal is when Arsenal plays, you're like, if there's a set piece, you're worried. If there's a corner kick, you're worried. If there is a open play on goal, like a counter attack, you're worried. If there is a long throw from Raya, you're worried. Like there's multiple ways where you worry about what Arsenal can do to hurt you. Meanwhile, for City, it almost seems like 80% of what you worry about is Haaland that can hurt you. And if you get rid of Haaland, the other 20% will probably be the other guys chipping in and trying to do something. So I think that's what makes teams feel like they can hold up against City. And then their defense, their underbelly. So I mean, for me, I'm more concerned about the Arsenal than anything else. I don't really care. I only watch City to see what form they're
Hey,
in. I don't care how many points they get. My thing is we just need to rack in the next 3 points and just carry on, carry on trotting. Again, tomorrow, I've been saying this all day today. Tomorrow
they
we're
could have
playing
lost today.
tomorrow we're playing the defending champions.
They could
Let's
have
let's
lost today.
Yeah, I know they could have, but they did not. They drew. So I'm not going to do shoulda, coulda, woulda because that's not what happened. I'm just going to be very like, dude, tomorrow we're playing Liverpool, who are defending champions. I don't care what form they're in. I don't care whether they're good or they are bad. We should remember we're playing the defending champions at home where we have not lost this season. That is the
Bro,
one thing that Arsenal needs
let
to
me live
remember.
in the moment. Forget about tomorrow for a second. This is what I need to speak to. Uh People telling Egal to be humble, go twerk for City, you frauds. 110%. This is about killing their confidence. This is about killing a team's confidence, bro. To
Nah,
me, it's about demoralizing a team, being so consistent that anytime they drop points, they feel like it's the biggest loss.
yeah, but
Manchester City.
If you're more concerned about that than being
No,
concerned
no,
about
no.
three
I'm not
points,
concerned about that.
okay.
Understand there's two things. There's what we can do by winning our games and how it affects the opponent. I believe we beat Liverpool. It not only does it affect them, we continuously find ways to get results. It applies pressure to City. City now are feeling pressure. For the first time, I've seen City faltering under pressure. For the first time, I'm seeing Manchester City dropping needed points in the middle of a title race. 3 draws is very uncharacteristic of the Manchester City team. Forget about 3 draws. The manner in which they're drawing, where they can't score a single goal versus Sunderland, they can't kill off a game versus Chelsea, and they concede in the final minutes. And a Brighton team which equalized in the 60th minute had a better chance of winning the game at the end than Manchester City did, in my opinion. They are looking shaky at home. At home, they don't drop points usually at home in title races. They should have
Yeah,
finished off the
again,
game.
that's what I'm saying, but I don't think that they're. So again, I mean, we can term 3 draws back to back looking shaky. I just think that every team has its dips. We had our dip, but we were able to somehow win while we were dipping because we know Arsenal played a few games back to back away games where we were dropping points and then we picked up on our dip and started winning, even though we were not playing very well. I think this is their own dip, and whatever.
That's the key part, bro. 1 second, our dip was us still getting wins.
No, no, no.
Us
But we did have a couple of draws, but we bounced back really quickly. Remember, we had a
how
couple of
many?
draws. I mean, again, we had the I think it was the Aston Villa loss, and after
Bro,
that
if
we
you
had a
can't,
win,
if you let me remind you,
and then we had
Chelsea
the
draw.
Chelsea
One
draw.
second. We drew against Sunderland on the 8th of November. Our
Yeah,
next drop points was on the 30th of November versus Chelsea. After that, our next drop points was on the 6th of December.
no,
In
no, I
that
get it. It
in that
wasn't back
period,
to back. I'm
in
not
that
saying it was.
period, In that period, we have consecutive wins against Tottenham,
Yes,
Bayern
I'm
Munich,
not.
Brentford. And
I'm
my
not
point,
saying it was
my
back to
let
back.
me
I'm
finish
saying
my
when we
point.
struggled against the
There you go.
Wolves. Okay, carry on.
My point is we never had a consecutive strand of games where we dropped
I
points.
agree. I'm not talking about points dropped. I'm talking about form dip. I'm saying we had a form dip in between where we were struggled against Wolves, where we saw the way our team played. I'm talking about a form dip, but we found a way to win. That's what you do when you have a form dip. They have a form dip right now, and they are dropping points with their form dip. So I'm not talking about dropping points. I'm saying like the form of the team. And again, when you dip in form, you can only come back up eventually if you're a
They
good team.
I don't believe the title race is going to be a thing come the end of the season. Hence why I said the title race is over. I know that we've not won the league 7th of January, but I do feel like when we win the league at the end of the season, we will look back at these 3 sets of games for Manchester City and say this was the shift in mentality. This was the moment where we seen Manchester City feel like they no longer can do it at the same level. And the main reason why I say that, I look at the game today, I look at the state of the game, what they needed. They needed a goal. And then I look at the bench and I see Turkey and nobody else that can come into the game and help them win the game. They speak about Arsenal having Eze not playing minutes. Bro, this was their bench today. They got Rodri coming off the bench, Nico O'Reilly coming on the bench, Rico Lewis coming off the bench because they started what do you call it, a youngster in the team, and Akanji had to come off. And also there's rumors that what do you call it, one of the players also got injured. It was Savio got injured or something. Savio might not be available going forward. So they lack attackers. They lack quality. Look at this bench. Like I don't know. Some of these players are
Yeah, I
academy
mean,
players that
again,
I've never heard of.
we've seen this. Like the way I look at football is very different. I get it, and I understand where you come from. The bench may not be good, but we've seen a Wolves team that is not good this season actually start playing football, getting through. Look at their bench, look at their squad, look at the team. This is football. 2 plus 2 is not 4. I just think that this is a form dip for City, and it's good for us to capitalize. Last season, when City dropped points, I mean, when Liverpool dropped points, what did we do? We didn't capitalize. We went and dropped points. So there's a mentality shift in Arsenal is what I'm concerned about. I don't care what our wins do to City. I don't care if City fans are now like petrified. I don't care if Klopp is I say Klopp what's his name Pep is scratching his face. I don't care about that. You know, but at the end of the day, what I do care about is how do we mentally prepare for the next game, because we are again going to be playing the defending champions. People are going to laugh, right? But Liverpool haven't been playing well this season. I don't care if they've been playing well or not. The point is the defending champions are coming to our house and we need to annihilate them. That's the way I look at it. Whatever City wants to do, let them keep doing, because they are going to try again to pick up on their form, and they will. We just need a healthy cushion in front of us so that they feel like we're too far away to be touched, and they can decide maybe by March to decide to focus on the Champions League and say, well, the Premier League is out of our reach. Let's play, academy players in the Premier League, and let's play our main players in the Champions League or something, or let's focus on one other trophy. They might decide to focus on the FA Cup or whatever it is they choose to focus on. That's what I need us to. That's where I need us to be at, and I think we're getting.
Bro, Thomas Frank might be sacked.
Why? Because he drank from an Arsenal cup.
They left him at the stadium.
Who?
Bro, this is not a banter. This is 100% a legitimate Tottenham account. Oh no, I thought this was a real account. It's a parody account. Wow, I got done. But yeah, the Thomas Frank thing is hilarious too. Did you see the Thomas Frank thing?
I did. He said well, you saw his statement after now when he was giving his this thing. He said he didn't know they handed it to him. My question is, who's handing the manager of Tottenham an Arsenal Cup, and why is there an Arsenal Cup in your cabinet at Tottenham? Like, why do you
No,
have an
it's
Arsenal disposal?
it's in the game at Bournemouth.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Whoever handed him that drink, regardless of what it is, it's going to be somebody from the Tottenham crew. He's not going to go to Bournemouth side of the bench and be like, give me before this was match warm up. Their water, their cups, everything that they bring with them is from their own
All right,
side.
let me show people in the comments who
That is
don't know what the
crazy.
hell we're talking about. So for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, this was a real photo. Yes, It's not AI. This was on Getty Images. Andrew Matthews took this photo. You have Thomas Frank taking having coffee from an Arsenal branded cup pre-game. This is not AI. This is an actual thing that happened. And after the game, when he was asked, Thomas Frank, on drinking from an Arsenal branded cup, I definitely did not notice. It would be a completely stupid thing for me to take if I knew. It's a little bit sad, but I need to ask about. I would never do this. I would never do something this stupid. Personally, for me, it's not that serious. Like, calm down, guys. It's a coffee cup. But number
Yeah,
two,
but
but number
the
two,
question is,
they're in terrible form. He's a manager under pressure, and he he
it's so here's what it is for the
he's an
fans again.
Arsenal fan.
No, no. Here's what the thing is for the Tottenham fans. They're in terrible form. He's their manager, and their most bitter rival is at the top of the Premier League table, 6 points clear right now. Probably going to go 8 points clear tomorrow, and they're already like, we're not going to win anything this season. Who's making the mistake of handing him the cup is my question. And because again, he's managing. He's like, yo, you do this, do this. Can I get some water? Yeah, they give you the cup. You're like, oh, Thomas Frank. Or maybe Thomas Frank is like, I want them to fire me. Bring an Arsenal cup in the kit, and one will have in warm-up
You think he
session.
did it on purpose? Be honest.
I'm just joking. I'm joking. I don't think he did it on purpose. I don't think he did it on purpose. I think that it's a genuine mistake. Somebody handed it to him. Because again, this is not like really and truly. For me,
It's
it's
not
not a
that
big deal.
serious.
It's not that serious, but I think it's just the way fans will perceive it. Fans are the ones who are going to perceive it as a thing. But again, questions need to be asked. Manager should have his own cup, his own mug, his own things. How did he end up with a disposable Arsenal cup? And even if it's at Bournemouth, who at Bournemouth has a disposable Arsenal cup that goes and hands it to the manager for Tottenham?
Honestly, sometimes as football fans, we argue over silly things, but this is hilarious.
I love it though.
Yo,
I love that. This is what I call banter. This one we can banter them for and laugh at it and be like, yo, your manager is a fan of Arsenal. But when you try and banter proper football, which is like a team is doing well, and you try and say, oh yeah, the only reason I say they're not going to win is because they haven't won it before. That is just so shallow to me. That is just shallow analysis. Oh,
yeah,
if
people need
if
to
that's
stop being delusional. The title race is well and truly like busted open, and I think if anything, as of tonight, I think the title race is fully done, and Arsenal are going to go on to win the league, man.
no, again, here's my thing. I expect us to go on to win the league, but this league we've always said is the toughest league in the world. So we cannot sit here and assume that the league will still be done in January because a madness can be done. Yes, you expect to go on and win the league when you are that far ahead.
No, it's
My
because of the difficulty of opponents that Man City have compared to the level of opponents we have remaining.
yeah, but again, I agree with you. I'm not saying that we don't go on to win it, but I don't call. I'd say we are in a crucial position to go and win it, right? To just be like, all right, cool, we can just be cruising. We can play in gear one now and just get a 1-0 win here and move on. Play in gear one, get a 1-0 win, move on. After this, after the Liverpool game, literally just play in gear one so that you can manage the minutes of the players. There's still a lot of game this season. We still have the Carabao Cup. We're still in the FA Cup. We're still in the Champions League. So there's a lot that we're going to be playing for. So I think that taking it step by step, giving ourselves a nice cushion so that towards the end of the season, when all those games come thick and fast every week, the Champions League games are coming, the Premier League games are coming. Even if we lose the Premier League game, well, like maybe 9 points, so we're like, yep, there's 2 more games to go. If we lose the next 2 games, we still win the league. That's the kind of cushion I want.
So
So for
yeah,
me
by
right
the
now,
way,
6.8
Tottenham
points is not good enough.
insiders reveal that there's an emergency crisis meeting tomorrow regarding Thomas Frank's future. Senior club officials said that they're furious and are pushing for his immediate dismissal.
Well, again, I understand why they would want to fire him because they brought him to steady the ship. But I think, like I've always said, Tottenham as a club have an issue, and after losing their owner, one of their executive ownerships, in what's his name, Levy, who left. Again, the new guys are going to find it difficult to kind of settle in, change things to their own style, and try and get everything up and running. So it's going to be hard for them. They probably will fire him, and whoever they bring in again is not going to be. I don't know if he's going to be able to steady the ship like that. I don't know if he's going to be. And I feel bad for Thomas Frank as a manager because he joined them at the beginning of the season and he had 14 injuries at the beginning of the season. Yeah, injuries are not an excuse, but again, he didn't have enough players to be able to express what he wanted to do. Now that some of the players are coming back, it's almost like they've learned the habit of losing. You know, like they've learned how to lose so much so that even though the players are coming back, they're just not able to win. It's just a weird. It's yeah. It's look. They're just being. Spurs is just doing Spursy things, man. That's it.
What about Chelsea dropping points today and Cucurella missing the FA Cup game?
Cucurella, that what he did today was stupid. He's one of the older players on the team with more experience. He should have let that player run on goal and see what happened. Pulling him back was just dumbest thing. But it's advantage Arsenal for you to not be able to play in that game, and that's his fault. Chelsea dropping points today, I'm not surprised. They are also for me in a crisis. I think Chelsea is in a crisis. Um, hiring Rosinho, I don't know how his name is pronounced yet until I hear him say it himself. Hiring Liam Rosinho, LR,
Liam Rosenior.
yeah, Liam Rosinho, that was just a promotion for me. Like you are in the same blue coat company, you are the coach of Strasbourg, and they promoted you to become the coach of Chelsea. That's just a promotion. I don't see you as hiring a manager. I honestly don't, genuinely. And I think that no matter, unless it's a genius manager that can come wave a magic wand, he's also going to need a little bit of time to get to know the players and adapt and create his own system. So Chelsea will have their ups and downs. Them dropping points today, I'm not surprised. I don't think Chelsea qualify for Champions League at this rate, at the rate at which they're going, unless they can go on a mad 6, 7, 8 game run. If they don't do that, they're not able to qualify for Champions League because as bad as United are now above them, on the table, if I'm not mistaken. Let me pull it up and I'll just say.
I think they might be. You might be right because they. Wait, United didn't win today. United drew. So
yeah, but United is still above them. United has 32 points. Chelsea has 31 points. With a draw, United went above them because they were both on 31-31. So if United had actually won, United would have been at 33 right now, which means United would have been at number 5 with Brentford. I think United have 4. Yeah, Brentford will still be above them with plus 7 goals difference. But again, this is what it is. When you chop and change managers in the middle of the season, you will have these type of ups and downs. If we did the same thing right now, we would have a dip. Yeah, we have quality players, but we will probably steady our ship more because our players have been together longer. We've had them longer. They'll probably readapt real quick. And if the new manager doesn't change everything, then yeah. But I think Chelsea is going to struggle over the next few games for Liam to get his stuff together.
Bro, I'm just loving the fact that it seems like everyone else is in turmoil, and we're not only the most stable club, but we're winning all our games also.
Yeah, it says a lot because people try to banter about the Premier League, but again, it reflects in the way we played in the Champions League. We didn't lose any game in the Champions League and conceded just 1 goal. So when people say, "Oh, in the Premier League, well, yeah, you're going to bottle it," I'm like, well, it doesn't reflect on in every competition that we're in. Like you can't say there's just a consistency. There's a consistency, and what we just need to do is take it game by game and be that consistent till the end of the season in every game. Every game is a final. Every game, as far as I'm concerned.
Bro, I just can't believe it. So we spoke about Man City dropping points. We spoke about Tottenham losing. We spoke about Thomas Frank's cup. Chelsea lost. Villa dropped points too today, bro.
Yeah, Villa.
To speak about that.
Villa. Villa will still be in this running when come game week 28, 29. I don't know. Maybe they'll still be there after that. But I think that they will be a problem. And earlier I was trying to say something about how Villa have built themselves a comfortable cushion at 43. Liverpool is at 34, right? That's a comfortable cushion between you and that's 3rd and 4th, right? And that cushion, what it will do for them down the line is when they start dropping off, people are trying to catch up to them. Villa will fight to stay in the Champions League position. And because they are closer to City, they and City play on the last day of the season. Like they will probably be that team that like if we beat City, we go 2nd now, or we stay 3rd. You know what I'm saying? Or if we beat City, we stay 4th because that's where they'll probably be at after some losses and some draws like they had today. So again, I just feel like, and then they also have Europe as well. So by the time all of that compounds at the end of the season, this is why this cushion is necessary, even for us. This is why you need a good 9 points, maybe 10 if you can, just like what Liverpool had last season. Liverpool had a cushion. The last 10 games, they didn't play very well. Nobody could capitalize. And even if you capitalize, it's 10 points. It was a lot to catch up. You know what I'm saying? And that's good for Villa because again, they're still staying thereabouts with City, knowing fully well that they're still going to play them. Because I guarantee you Villa will want to stay top four. They won't want to drop to fifth, sixth, because again, what are we saying here? They're almost what? There's 43 and 34. That would be 9 points, right?
Damn, we could
That's
get
9 points. Yeah.
we could forget about winning the title for a second. We could get Arne Slot sacked tomorrow.
Arne Slot?
Yeah.
See, I'm going to tell you guys this for free. Looking at FSG and the way they've been operating, they're not sacking that guy. I think fans just want to sensationalize this thing.
Have you seen the behind the scenes rumors of the civil war behind the scenes?
Yeah. Again, that happens in every business. That happens. It just happened at United. It happens. Sports directors and managers argue all the time. I think but like you're not going to fire Arne Slot in the middle of the season where you spent 450 million pounds for him at the very beginning of the summer, and he has just won you the Premier League last year. You're not going to fire that guy in the middle of the season because again, he's still in a Champions League position at 34, which means you're going to get Champions League money when the games are going on. You're still going to make money off him. As a Liverpool business, they're not going to fire him because what are they going to do? Put a caretaker manager in who's now going to take them on a 5-game losing streak, and then they drop out of the Champions League and they won't be there next season. Worst case scenario, let him steady the ship, do what you need to do, get him to the end of the season, then fire him in the summer. But I doubt if they'll fire him in the middle. We can't get him fired. Even if he loses to us, that's not going to be a reason to fire him. You know, I get it. Liverpool fans want him out, and it's easy to write a narrative and say if Arsenal beats Liverpool like 4, like we did to City last year, 5-1, the management will be so upset they'll fire. That's not why they're going to fire him. I guarantee you, if they're going to fire this guy tomorrow after the game, it's not because whether we beat them or we don't. It's going to be because him and the hierarchy don't agree. Yeah, that's going to be it. But like, it's really hard to see them firing him overnight. Like, I mean, think about it. Like, what are you firing him for?
Not playing guys like Rio and Gamora, not showing up to the scouting thing for the academy kids, and also beefing with the director Richard Hughes.
So those are internal conflicts that yes, you can fire him for, but
they will use the Arsenal game as an excuse to sack him.
No, they won't. They'll just simply tell him again. The Arsenal game is a result of you not doing all these other things that you're supposed to do officially.
Bro, take this in.
It's not really the. It's not really.
Liam Rossini is coming in for new Chelsea manager. Man United currently don't have a manager. You could see Thomas Frank sacked very soon. You could see Arne Slot sacked very soon, and Pep Guardiola could be leaving. Arsenal might have the most stable job in the top 6.
No, well, yeah. So far it looks that way, but again, I just don't want this narrative at the end of the season where everybody say, "Well, because they fired everybody's manager, that's why you guys won the league." It's it's going to be very annoying to hear, but again, it is what it is.
No, forget about this season. We might win the league next year again.
Let's wait till next year. We don't know if there's going to be COVID again, and nobody can go out. So let's not get too excited. This is 2026.
Hey, what made you say that? What do you know?
I don't know nothing. I'm just saying that the year just started. This is 2026. I'm already talking about 2027. We might win it again next year. We've not even said Merry Christmas in 2026. We just started 2026.
Have a good one, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next show.
Today's the 7th.
Love for the love, people. That's been a great show. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Love for the love. You already know what it is. Have a good one. Arsenal's going to win the Premier League. Man City drop more points. The Premier League title is in our hands.